Hello there, you're through to That's Life Industries. How can I help you?
Hi there. I wanted to talk to someone about one of your unbelievable products.
Unbelievable. That's going back a bit. I remember the tagline. We put the in unbelievable. Of course, that was back when we were Ultimate Notions before we merged with That's Life Industries.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a problem with your UN-iVERSE game.
Okay, which one are you running?
It's the UN-iVERSE 4000 BC.
BC? Oh, that's the beta code version. I'm not sure we still support that.
The license in the manual says that I get eternal support.
If it says it in the manual, it must be true. And what appears to be the problem?
Well, to start with, I'm having problems booting it up.
What sort of problems?
Well, in the manual it says I should have it up and running in 6 days, but it's taking nearly 15 billion years before anything interesting happens.
Have you checked the fine-tuning constants are set correctly?
Yes, it's all set up correctly, but it's taking eons to stabilise.
I'm not sure that I can help you with that. Hang on, I've brought up the help desk records. Well, there was a lot wrong. It seems there is a known problem with the eternal timers. The game was originally designed to operate in its own virtual space, you see, but in reality there are lots of other tasks that are competing for processing time. It would appear that the developers tried to integrate it into a real-time environment, but they didn't get very far.
I did try the prayer interface to get help, but that got me nowhere.
It wouldn't. The beta code versions were not network enabled, and so the hands-free and voice interface were not functional. In fact, they were so buggy that we dropped the features from all our future releases. But it looks like the manuals have not been updated yet.
Well, I suppose I can live with that.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I ordered the anthropic version, yet when complex life does get a foothold, there's not a hominid in sight for hundreds of millions of years. Then, when humans do appear, they only just get off the ground, and I keep getting this blue screen of death.
Ah, yes, you've hit the Noah bug there. If you select the Noah character as the active character and save the game at that point, you should be able to continue.
Yeah, I found that fix on the forums, but it doesn't let me save everything, and I lose 99.9% of the life I've created.
I know. I can understand how frustrating that must be.
Is there a fix for it?
No, I'm afraid there isn't. It would appear that the logic modules of the game cannot cope with having all of those 10-ton carnivorous dinosaurs and plesiosaurs lolling around, eating grass and seaweed. Eventually the virtual reality interfaces cause a stack overflow and the infamous blue screen of death. The developers tried removing the dinosaurs from the program, but they were deeply embedded and kept popping up in unexpected places and causing logic fails. In the end, they thought it best to just leave them there and tell everyone to ignore them.
It does spoil the flow of the story a bit.
I can empathise with that. I'm afraid it is a risk that you take as an early adopter. You get the excitement of having something all new and exciting, but it's sometimes better to wait until all the bugs and kinks have been ironed out and the program is stable.
But at least that way I'd get a consistent experience and not one that confounds me.
That's true. But many of our early adopters relate that they get a great deal of satisfaction in working the kinks out for themselves.
They must be gluttons for punishment.
Oh no, they know that they are getting a beta product. We're not like our competitors who rush out a product claiming it's the real deal and then find themselves unable to support it when the questions and complaints start flooding in.
Well, I've learnt my lesson. But I'd still like to be able to finish the game.
We've not finished it yet.
No, I'm at what I think is the final screen of level 1, and I think I just have to hit the return key to move up to the next level, but it doesn't appear to work.
Is that the Jesus return key?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm afraid that will never work.
It won't? How am I meant to progress then?
I can't tell you that. It would be a spoiler. But you might want to go back and take a closer look at the prophecies.
I don't think I'll bother. I'm pretty bored with the whole thing now, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. You qualify as a beta tester, and so I can send you our new Millennium 2012 AD game for nothing.
2012 AD?
Yes, Apocalypse Delayed. It's our new concept in user-generated gameplay.
Sounds interesting. Is it stable?
It is getting better. We have moved away from the old idea of cloud computing and are now relying on a distributed server configuration. There is some corruption of the data during transfer, and we have had problems with the ISLAM-virus, but the beauty of it is that the game progresses through user-generated gameplay.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, rather than our developers coding out the entire story for you and defining all the rules as to what you can and cannot do, they simply create the operating system and the players code the content themselves.
A bit like Wikipedia.
Yes, exactly. You only get out of it what you put in. We think it's an exciting new frontier in gameplay.
Sounds like a lot of hard work to me, having to think for myself all the time.
That's life.